I think D&D is a good way of kind of learning how to write a good story. For example, I listen to a D&D podcast, and I feel like it can really help with kind of hearing how other people would go about storytelling in D&D. So I listened to the balance arc of the Adventure Zone, and it was really cool because it shows the beginning being this mess, just an absolute mess, because they started it not thinking it was going to get that big. Then they had all these story elements that they were like, well, I guess that's canon now. And then they show a really well thought out end to it and how they connect everything together. I applaud Griffin for that. That was crazy. I wish I could go back and listen to the balance arc for the first time again, because that was great. I love that. So it shows like you can connect the 1,000 plots that you started in the beginning and create a nice finished end. And it's a beautiful story about like grief, relationship importance, and like the responsibility of being a hero and all that kind of stuff. And I know it doesn't seem like it when you first listen to it, but I promise once you get to the end, you will see that it can be a very serious podcast at times. But yeah, so like in D&D, you set up a character and with a backstory, and they have some sort of want. They have something they need to do in order, like in this campaign. You figure out how to go about these factors as you improve in a group setting, and the true storytelling elements are exhibited in a D&D scenario. It kind of helps you with like creating compelling characters. You learn how dialogue works, especially with how much improv D&D scenarios have, and how other characters have their own agendas. They will not follow the same script for your character. They do not know your script. They frankly don't care about your script. You're the only one who cares. You have to present your character in a way that makes other people care. No one has full control of the story, not even the DM, because the DM relies on the characters to pick and choose what they're going to do in the campaign. And no one has full control over your character, but that also means you don't have full control over your character. And that's what makes D&D so interesting, because it's such a improv-related group activity where you're all telling this, like, collaborative story, and it's really interesting to go through. The stronger your understanding of your character is, the easier it will be to roleplay as them. If you don't really understand your character, it's hard to tell what they would do in any given scenario, how they would react to certain news, what they would do, because everyone has control over, like, their actions. So, like, are you running away when you first see danger, or are you jumping straight into the battle? It affects how you're going to be talking to certain characters, how you react to certain things, how you're going to go about more, like, serious storytelling moments. This D&D not only helps with writing, but it also helps with a lot of other aspects. You can draw your character and cool moments between characters. You can design your character. You can keep a bunch of traits organized so you can use them in your sessions in the right way, like for certain roleplay aspects. And it also helps because you're constantly socializing with other people. So I just think it's cool. I think D&D is fun. Am I saying join a campaign? Maybe. It is the fun thing I do every week, and I enjoy it, and I think it helps storytelling in a less concrete way that still helps you improve in the same way that a concrete story would, and it kind of gives you a break from whatever project that you're working on to do more practice in a different way. So that's all I have to say on that. Yeah. Bye.